How's it going, guys? It's Tucker Tuitions here, and today we're going to go through expanding brackets part 2. So last time we had a look at how we expanded brackets using complicated variables from just 2 brackets. This time we're going to have a look at what happens if we do more than 2. So this first example, I've got x multiplied by 3x plus 5 multiplied by x minus 7. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand the brackets first. I'm going to expand the brackets first. So I'm going to do 3x times x, which is going to give me 3x squared. But I'm going to put a bracket over it because I know x is going to be on the outside here. And then I do the same as what I did before. 3 times minus 7 gives me minus 10x. 5 times x gives me 5x. And then 5 times minus 7 is minus 35. Then I'm going to collect all my variables inside the bracket. So I've got 3x squared minus 10 plus 5 is minus 5x. And then I've got minus 35. All I need to do now is just multiply everything by x. So x times 3x squared is 3x cubed. X times by minus 5x is minus 5x squared. And then x multiplied by minus 35 is minus 35x. The next example I've got is now what happens if I mix in y's. And I've got 3 variables inside here too. So I could either do the same process again or multiply the x by the thing in the double brackets first. Again, I'm not going to do that. I'm still going to put the x on the outside. You don't have to do it the same way I'm doing it. But I like doing it just to keep it organised, and I've got an easy last step. So first I've got to deal with the 8x. 8x times 4x. 8 times 4 is 32. X times x is x squared. 8x times y is 8xy. Finally, 8x times minus 5 is minus 40x. Now I deal with the minus 2y. Minus 2y times 4x. Minus 2 times 4 is minus 8. And I've got xy. Then 2y times y is minus 2y squared. And then 2y times minus 5. Minus 2 times minus 5 is plus 10. And then I just stick on the y. Now, remember to close the bracket and then collect up everything that you've got here. So because it's quite similar to the last example, I know there are no x squareds. So 32x squared. Now I have got 8xy and minus 8xy. 8 take away 8 is 0, so I don't need to write anything. But I do need to write the rest. Minus 40x minus 2y squared plus 10y. Okay, and then I do the same step as I did last time. Just multiply everything by x. So I've got 32 x to the 3 minus 40 x squared minus 2, and because there's no other x's here, x y squared. And same reasoning again. I've got plus 10 xy. And then I'm done. The final example I've got here is just expanding a typical cubic. And for that you have no choice but to expand to the brackets first and then do the cubic. So I'm going to start with x minus 2 multiplied by x plus 4. So x times x gives me x squared. Again, I'm going to put a bracket inside of it. X times my 4 gives me plus 4x. Minus 2 times x is minus 2x. And minus 2 times plus 4 is minus 8. Close the bracket. I'm just sticking on x minus 7 as well. Collect what's inside the bracket here. X squared plus 4 minus 2 is 2. So I've got 2x. and then I've got minus 8. Now I multiply this all by x minus 7. So I multiply the quadratic all by x. And when I do that, I'm just adding 1 to the power of these x's, because I've only got the x in there. So x times x gives me x squared times x gives me x cubed. 2x times x gives me 2x squared. And then minus 8 times by my x is minus 8x. Now I'll multiply everything here by minus 7. So x squared times minus 7 is minus 7x squared. 2x times minus 7 is minus 14x. And then minus 8 times minus 7 is plus 56. Okay. Now that I've done the whole expansion, I need to now simplify it. You must make sure you simplify it. So x cubed, there's no other x cubes here, we're fine. I've got 2x squared minus 7x squared. 2 minus 7 is minus 5, so minus 5x squared. I've got minus 8x and minus 14x. Minus 8, take away minus 40, or should I say minus 8, take away 14, is minus 22x. And finally, I've got plus 56 by itself, no need to dash it. So there we go, that's my cubic, and I'm done. So, have a go at these ones yourself now, pause the video, and see if you can get them right. Okay, now I'm going to go through how to do it. So, first things first, I'm going to multiply out the double brackets for a. So 4x times x gives me 4x squared. So remembering to put the x on the outside, open the bracket. 4x squared. 4x times minus 1 is minus 4x. Now I do 6. 6 times x gives me plus 6x. And 6 times minus 1 is minus 6. Now you might notice I've gone a different way this time to when I've expanded. It doesn't matter as long as you make sure you multiply one of the variables by both the numbers inside there. Now I'm going to simplify everything in this bracket. So I've got x multiplied by 4x squared, because that doesn't change, plus 2x minus 6. And then I just multiply everything by x. So I've got 4x cubed plus 2x squared minus 6x. Now for the complicated one here, for b, and again, I'm going to use the same method. So 3x times 10x, I'll make sure I write my x in my bracket here, is I've got 3x times 10x is 30, x squared. 3x times minus 3y is minus 9xy. 3x times 5 is plus 15x. Now I multiply minus y by everything. Minus y times 10x is minus 10xy, because minus 1 times 10 is minus 10. And then combine the xy's. Minus y times minus 3y is plus 3y squared. And then minus y times 5 is minus 5y. Close the bracket. Then I need to collect everything up. So I've got x here. 30 is there. Sorry, that's really badly drawn there. Now I've got minus 9xy. That's repeated here with minus 10xy. So I've got minus 19xy. Then I've got plus 15x plus 3y squared. And then minus 5y. Close the bracket. And then I need to just expand this out, which I will therefore get the following. 30x cubed minus 19 x squared y plus 15x squared, because I'm just multiplying everything by x, plus 3xy squared, and then minus 5xy. So that's your answer for B. That's your answer for B. Now I'm just going to rub everything all out, just so I've got room in order for us to do C. Now, first things first, what I need to do, whilst I'm rubbing the top bit out for here, because I really want to make sure I've got enough room to do this problem. Now I need just to expand the bracket. So I'm going to do the first one. Close the bracket here. X times x is x squared. X times 4 gives me plus 4x. Minus 5 times x is minus 5x. Minus 5 times 4 gives me minus 20. That's all multiplied by x minus 3. But that's also equivalent to, when I simplify it, x squared minus x minus 20 multiplied all by x minus 3. Okay. Now I'm going to multiply everything in this bracket first by x. So I'm just going to add 1x onto this. So x squared multiplied by x. So I'm going to write it down at the bottom here. That's going to give me x cubed. Minus x times x gives me minus x squared. Minus 20 times x gives me minus 20x. Now I'll multiply everything by minus 3. X squared times minus 3 is minus 3x squared. Minus x times minus 3 gives me plus 3x. And then minus 20 times minus 3 gives me plus 60. So when I simplify this all, I'm just going to make note here. X cubed stays the same, so that stays. I need to simplify minus x squared and minus 3x squared. Minus 20x has also got to change, because I'm adding 3x onto that. And then plus 60 stays the same. So my answer, if I draw an arrow here, is going to equal x cubed minus 4x squared minus 17x plus 60. And I'm done. Okay, so that covers expanding brackets part 2. In the next video, I'm going to talk about how to expand brackets and the exam questions that you can get in the A-level paper. So many thanks for watching the video. Please leave a like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you're stuck on any problems like this as well, or any other A-level problems that you want me to help you with. And I'll calculate later. Bye.